What's going on, guys? SlyPie here, and today we're going to be doing the Poppy Playtime plush collection. Finally, after the completion of the Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 plush series, I finally feel confident enough to throw this together, and honestly, my collection has grown substantially since the release of Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. This was a video idea recommended by a fan. This fan commented on my community tab, and I delivered. So if you guys want me to make videos of your choosing, then comment your video ideas down below. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the collection. First, we're gonna start off with the one that made it all, Catnap. I mean, at least for me. You see, I've always liked Poppy Playtime and I've always been into it, and I've also always had a YouTube series of it on my YouTube channel, but it wasn't until Chapter 3 where I really fell in love with the series and I started taking it more seriously when it came to plush videos. Next up, next to Catnap, we're gonna have Yarnaby. Alright, actually we're just gonna throw Yarnaby right over here. Perfect, awesome. Yarnaby looks amazing. This was such a fun and interesting and different plush to make. I've never used yarn like this. It was such a tedious process, but it was an extremely fun, challenging, and honestly a breath of fresh air of a plush. This was just a really fun plush to make, and if you want to learn how to make them yourself, then you can check out the Yarnaby DIY plush video on my YouTube channel, and if you want to see how I updated his legs and feet, you can check out the video where I show how I did that. Next up, we have Pianosaurus. Yep, Pianosaurus. Now, the story behind the Pianosaurus plushie is actually kind of funny. See, I made these two guys before Chapter 4 was even released, and so I had no idea how these characters would be used in the actual series itself. And so I went ahead and I made Pianosaurus and I made Yarnaby without realizing that Buddy over here was gonna get like 30 seconds of screen time, or if you followed the channel, 8 seconds of screen time. I was shocked. I was actually shocked playing the game. I made this entire plushie, and at the time that the game came out, I had just finished, after 2 weeks of making this guy, I had just finished making this plushie, and then to my surprise, Pianosaurus dies right at the beginning of the game as just a little introduction for Doughy the Doughman. However, in my Chapter 4 plush series rendition sort of thing, I gave him a lot more of a significant role, and he doesn't die at the beginning like in the game. He actually comes back for the final episode to 1v1 monster Doughy. So if that sounds really cool to you guys, make sure you check out my Chapter 4 plush series. I have a completely different take on Chapter 4, but I still stay true to the main story points and talking points. And so a lot of people actually commented that they liked my version of Chapter 4's story a lot better than the real one, which is a really cool and amazing compliment. So thank you for that. So if that interests you, make sure you go check it out. You do not want to miss out on that. This guy also has a DIY video, so if you want to learn how to make Pianosaurus, that video is also on my YouTube channel. Next up, we have Boxy Boo. Now, I used to have a homemade custom Boxy Boo. However, over time, he has crumbled into pieces. He wasn't a very high quality plush, even though I worked really hard on him. Yeah, he has crumbled into pieces. So he's sitting at the bottom of a box right now, and I'm not going to attempt to dig him out. So we have the official Boxy Boo plushie. And right next to Boxy, I'm going to put Mommy Longlegs. She looks great. This is the official Mommy Longlegs plushie. I'm not sure if it's still the one that they sell, but it was the original one that they started selling at the time of the release of Chapter 2. And going up the back here, I have the brand new PJ Pugapillar. I think this is it's an official one, but it's like an extra long version of it, and I will end up using him just in case. I have some ideas for some spin-off Poppy Playtime series while we wait for Chapter 5, like an Hour of Joy, little mini 2-part episode series, and things of that sort. So if that interests you guys, comment down below. Although I am getting ready to move from the Poppy Playtime part of my channel over to the FNAF stuff later this year. As Chapter 4 starts to wrap up, once I get the rest of these Smiling Critters videos out, like I have a Monster Doughy Smiling Critters video, a Nightmare Critters video, and a Doctor one, Pianosaurus one. I have a few videos like that I plan on getting out this summer. But as Secrets of the Mimic come out and the new Squid Game season come out and the FNAF movie 2 come out this year, I'm going to be slowly shifting my content out of this massive Poppy Playtime wave that we've had. So I just want to make sure I give you guys as much content Poppy Playtime wise as possible. And if you're wondering where the Squid Game season or season 2 mingle episode is, it's coming, don't worry. I'm gonna release it when the trailer for Squid Game season 3 drops. According to the internet, season 3 is supposed to drop June 20th something this year, so very, very soon. So expect the Squid Game season to resume very, very soon. Or not season, series. Series. And last but certainly not least of the jumbo big boys, we have the Doctor. This dude was super fun to make. This LED panel in his face actually lights up, but I don't have the remote on me right now, so I'm just gonna keep him like that. I also don't wanna waste the battery. It's really easy to change it out, but I'm actually out of batteries, so I don't wanna have to go buy any new ones. So I'm not gonna be turning on the panel right now. It ran out halfway through filming episode, or part 4, the Doctor's episode in my Plush series, and yeah, ever since then I've been out of batteries, so I don't want to have to go buy new ones. But yeah, those are all of the big jumbo boys, and now we are going to move on to the smiling critters, then the nightmare critters, and then a bunch of other guys you don't want to miss. Alright, we're actually gonna move the smiling critters up here so there's more room for the other guys down here. Guys, I'm telling you, my collection has grown substantially since my collection video. It is my 2024 Plush collection video. My Poppy Playtime collection is much larger. So first we have Smiling Critters Catnap, and then we have DogDay. Put DogDay right here, and then we have our boy Kickin' Chicken, and then Bubba and then we have Hoppy Hopscotch, and then Bobby Bear Hug, Picky Piggy, and Crafty Corn. And finishing out the Smiling Critters, I have the official Catnap Smiling Critters plushie, along with the official DogDay Smiling Critters, and then the last one I bought was Bobby Bear Hug. I stopped buying these guys as they were coming out because I honestly like the GH store ones more. So yeah, I stopped buying all these guys. Maybe in the future I'll finish collecting them. However, I do have all the miniature ones. Moving on to the Nightmare Critters, we have Baba Chops, made by Swifty Plush Productions. He's actually working on a new Baba Chops right now with a brand new fabric that he's trying out, which, guys, let me tell you, looks really, really good. You should definitely go check out Swifty Plush Productions YouTube channel. And after that, we have Poe the Raven, and then Simon Smoke the Dragon, and then we have Tui, totally not Ratatouille. Anyways, and then we have Icky Licky and Maggie Mako. Mob, I think these names might be getting a little ridiculous. And Alistair Gator. And finally, for the critters, last but certainly not least, Raby Baby. And actually, before finishing off the critters, we have the little mini critters, which consists of little baby Catnap, little baby DogDay. I also want to make this a video as well, like where they have like a little time machine and then they all turn back into babies again. I thought that'd be kind of funny. And then we have Kickin' Chicken. We'll just squeeze Kickin' right in there. Bubba Fint, Picky Piggy, Bobby Bear Hug. Who's Baba? Oh my gosh, guys, all these names are like tripping me up. Hoppy Hopscotch. Come on, Hoppy, just go in Alistair's crotch. What? Anyways, and then Crafty Corn right here. All right, now we're gonna do the official plushies and then we'll do some customs. So first we have Killy Willy, and these are all like mid-tier, medium-sized plushies. I guess except for this one I'm about to show, which is Poppy. This one's pretty small. This is, I forget where this one is from. FNAF Boy sent me it. It's not from Poppy Playtime's official website, but it is officially licensed. So they don't sell it for some reason. I'm assuming, guys, this is my theory, they have never made a Poppy plush on their website. I'm thinking something is gonna happen in chapter 5 with Poppy that's going to be very significant for her character. I'm assuming there's gonna be some sort of boss fight with Poppy. I think Poppy's gonna turn on us. I think there's gonna be a big twist. I mean, obviously, the end of chapter 4 is already teasing that, but I think they're waiting. And I think what they're gonna do is either drop a really, really cool looking Poppy plush or drop a super lifelike, realistic Poppy doll. made of plastic and everything, which would look really, really cool. I think they should do that. I think that'd look really cool, and that's my theory. And then we have the brand new official Dog Day plushie. A lot of you guys were asking me if I got this guy. Yes, I got him. I pre-ordered him as soon as he came out, and I was one of the first people to actually get my hands on him. Love this dude. Like, honestly, really, really cool plushie. I cannot wait to add him into the Smiling Critters plush series. That's also another video idea. Like, there's so many. Another video idea is Dog Day's uncle, which would be great. I have no idea what his nickname would be, since, you know, Scatnap is just a play on Catnap. I don't know what his name would be, but comment down below if you have an idea for a funny Dog Day parody name. For Dog Day's uncle. All right, but next up we have the man himself, Scatnap. And I'm sorry, Scatnap, you actually have to walk on all fours this time. I'm sorry, dude. What? All right, and then we have the OG official Kissy Missy plushie. These guys would look super weird, along with the OG official Huggy Wuggy plushie. Again, these guys were very weird. They didn't even have flat feet, so they didn't really stand up. I don't know why. Anyways, these guys were strange. And then we have, I guess we can put them right here, another PJ, the old PJ Pugapillar plushie. This one's missing an eye. I smacked his head on the ground too hard in one video. I forget which video it was. I really can't remember. I know it was a Smiling Critters video, but I really can't remember. And then we have the official Project Playtime player plushie, which is cool. I think I used this dude in a few shorts. And then after that, we have the new official Huggy Wuggy plushie, which I think these ones look way better. And then I have the old Smiling Huggy plushie, but his face is kind of missing. We're just gonna put him right there in Piano's arms. And then we have Bunzo. I think this is, nope, just regular Bunzo. I thought that was the Monster Bunzo plushie. Oh, here's the Monster Bunzo. Monster Bunzo looks pretty cool. I think I got this one recently as well. I right before Chapter 4 came out, I like ordered all the plushies I didn't have, just in case. You never know. You never know when they bring characters back. I mean, I don't think anyone, except at the same time, I think everyone was expecting for them to bring Huggy back. And then this one is official, but I customized it just a little bit. I added wires on the inside, and this is Doughy the Dough Man. That looks great. And then we have the official Yarnaby plushie, which is also really cool. I did a comparison video between my custom Yarnaby plush and the official one on my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in that, go check that out. And then we have some customs, starting off with custom, I guess, ruined Huggy Wuggy or damaged Huggy Wuggy. And then we have custom damaged Kissy Missy. And then for the last of the customs, I guess this one can just squeeze right back here, and that is Miss Delight. Honestly, one day I might remake Miss Delight, but I don't see her ever coming back, so I don't really see there being a point. But yeah, this was kind of just a thrown together plush, because I didn't know how successful my Chapter 3 plush series would be. So I kind of just ordered a doll plush on Amazon and modified it, which only took a few hours. Alrighty, and here is the collection so far. Now all I have to do is the bootlegs, which are just kind of like miscellaneous weird little guys that I don't really use anymore, but overall, this is pretty much the collection. I'm just gonna squeeze all of these extra, you know, bootleg critters plushies. I just have a ridiculous amount of them, but I'm gonna squeeze them all just right off to the side here. So, you know, they get an inclusion, but they're not, you know, they're not that cool, so they're not gonna go in the front. These are just very, very lazy Amazon bootleg. I also threw in the old ugly bootleg Poppy plush and this ugly bootleg Monster Dog Day. Then lastly, we have a Monster Kissy plushie, old bootleg, and a Monster Huggy classic bootleg, which was the Huggy I used for the longest time until I got this guy. And to finish off the collection, we have this really old Catbee bootleg, which I love. Honestly, I think this plushie looks great. And this dude, I forget exactly what his name is, but in Chapter 4, it was the Safe Haven's little, like, security guard. So I don't exactly know where to throw him. I guess I'll squeeze him in right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is it. That is the Poppy Playtime Plush Collection 2025. And honestly, This looks great. Make sure you guys return every single year. I'm going to probably update this for the next couple of years as the next chapter rolls out, and possibly updates for Project Playtime and other things in the franchise. But man, this is so satisfying to look at. It is honestly impressive how many new Poppy Playtime plushies I have gotten just since my plush collection at the end of 2024. I think I did my plush collection in like the very last month of 2024, and my Poppy Playtime plush collection just was nowhere near this size back then, and wow, it has just grown substantially. So if you guys like Poppy Playtime content, and especially Poppy Playtime plush content, my channel is the absolute go-to for all of that type of content. Make sure you scroll through my videos and check out all my latest new Chapter 4 Poppy Playtime plush content. If you guys are running out of videos on my channel to watch, there's also some amazing other channels that do Poppy Playtime plush content, and that would be Swifty Plush Productions and FNAF Boys. So if you guys want some more content, make sure you go to them. They have some amazing, amazing Poppy Playtime content, especially all the new Chapter 4 stuff. But anyway, guys, that will do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, comment down below who your favorite character in my collection is, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace! Hey guys, Doey the Dough Man here. Thanks for watching the video. Now we're gonna open up some fan mail. This is a segment that SlyPie does at the end of every single one of his videos, so if you want to send him fan mail and be in a video, then send it to this P.O. box on screen. Alright, let's get right into it. Alright, this one says, Dear SlyPie, I really love your vids. You're my #1 favorite plush tuber. Your videos bring me so much joy. You're the best. I was subbed for 3 years. What? And then it says, I really love the Smiling Critters vids. You're the W, man. And my favorite character is Catnap Jr. I hope you have a good day. And this is from Lucas. And it looks like Lucas drew us a picture of Sonic holding a Freddy plushie that says sub to SlyPie. Yeah, guys, do it. Thank you so much for the fan mail, Lucas. We really appreciate it. Hope you send more. Alright, this letter says Sup SlyPie by Pedro. Hi SlyPie, my name is Pedro, and I've been watching your videos since 2022. Whoa! And I have post notifications on, just like all of you that are watching this video should have. I like FNAF because of you. I really like your Hex and Smiling Critters series, and I'm always on your channel looking for something cool and new about you. And sorry if my handwriting sucks. I'm trying to get rid of it. I might send more letters. I'd love to be in one of your videos. Well, you are in one of the videos now. And your Parts and Service series was awesome. And a video idea is where Chica opens her pizza place and won't give the customers their pizza and just eats it, and Freddy and Bonnie and Foxy try to stop her. By the way, I also sent a letter to Trump and he responded. What? And this is the episode, Chica's Pizza. Stupid Foxy is, oh god, oh god. This is great. Chica's just eating all the pizza and everyone else is very bad. And then it says, I'm Sigma like SlyPie. Next time you send a message to Donald Trump, tell him that I told him to stop making everything so freaking expensive. Alright, next letter. To SlyPie. It says, can you make a fan-made plush of the prototype? I think it would be cool. Yeah, duh, definitely, but we don't know what the prototype looks like yet, unfortunately. And then the back of the letter says that he got, decapitated? Okay. I have some very interesting fans. Alright, last letter. Alright, and this last one says, Dear SlyPie, I love your videos, they are so funny. Love, Brady. Oh man, it's a squid guy that's about to shoot Freddy, and Freddy's like, Alright guys, that'll be it for today's fan mail opening. If you want to send fan mail, remember to send it to my P.O. box. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and remember, comment down below your favorite Poppy Playtime character. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Doey the Dough Man out. Ah!